a motion, we upgrade from Windows 10 to the current.
We got a really good system, it's just the hurricane's
I
not
see a
doing
green
a job.
light, I see a green light, it must be working.
All right,
You're good.
and we're back. All righty, everyone. Thank you, everyone who did whatever you did during our executive session. We are back on the record, and so the next item before us is new business. Preliminary plat 10-24-1 comes before us. Proposed use for single-family detached residential proposed lots, 173 lots with a minimum of 70 feet, as submitted by Stillwater, in width, I should say, as submitted by Stillwater Development LLC for tax map numbers 906-01-01-021 and 906-01-01-007. This matter comes before us as a result of discussions between the developer and the city, and upon recommendation of the Planning Commission, which heard this matter, considered this matter yesterday and voted unanimously for City Council to approve this proposed preliminary plat. Do I hear any motions concerning the preliminary plat?
I make a motion that we accept preliminary plat 10-24-01. Motion conditionally approve this plat for Stagecoach subdivision as submitted, subject to the city and the developer negotiating and receiving the court's approval for a settlement agreement. Council further directs the mayor and the city administrator to negotiate and approve a settlement agreement, provided that the settlement agreement not involve the payment of any damages or attorney fees to the developer, and that it require the developer to comply with all other city ordinances and codes with respect to Stagecoach subdivision.
Thank you, Councilor Campbell. We have a motion before City Council. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All right. Hearing none, I will call the question. All those in favor of approval of the preliminary plat, according to the motion set forth by Councilor Campbell, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no.
Nay.
And the motion carries 6-1 with Councilor Sullivan voting in the negative. All right, that takes us to the end of tonight's agenda, except for a motion to adjourn. And so with that, I turn to Mayor Pro Tem.
Mayor, before I make a motion to do that, we have one audience that would like to speak just shortly, just to say farewell. If or not, you can just address us all.
If you were to make a motion and there was a second and we had a discussion about that motion, which involved a member of the
I'll
public.
make that motion.
Yeah, I'm making a
I'll
motion.
second that.
We have a
I'll
motion to
second
second to adjourn.
short discussion.
And so I would like to, and that is Walker Chief of Police of the City of Large, Clement, Sonny Ryan.
Well, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I wouldn't think of possibly denying you the ability to have a member of the public speak.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, Mr. Bolt, ladies and gentlemen of council, ladies and gentlemen in the audience. For those of you who I have not yet had the privilege to meet, my name is Sonny Letta. I was hired by Madam Brownlee. Mayor, if you would stand, please. I was hired by this young lady in 2013. She put her trust and confidence and faith in me to lead the men and women of the Lawrence Police Department. Unfortunately, I was only here for a short 5 years, and then I ended up having to go back home to Clinton, where I started in 1999. Mayor, you can take your seat. Thank you so much for being here. Now, Mayor Sen, you know I have some juice now when I can get Mayor Brownlee out and past executive session. But folks, I just bring you a message tonight. You all, the governing body of the city of Lawrence and the citizens of Lawrence, a message of gratitude. Might get choked up about this, but the profession of law enforcement is what has fed my family for the past 25 years. And for the 5 years that I was here in Lawrence, we did some very good things. We put a cold case, a murder cold case to bed, and we got some satisfaction, some measure of satisfaction for the remaining victims, the family members. We also, our officers were trained to the point where I believe 6 of them ended up getting associate's and bachelor's degrees from Columbia College through our partnership with them. We put criminals in jail. We helped people, who needed help. We protected and served this community. But the thing that I'm most grateful about is this community stood behind us as a police department. There was not a time where there was an incident that community members would ask me, hey, can we stand behind you at a press conference? Can we, can we be supportive of you? And that's something that I will always take with me. And I'm just proud to have been just a small part of what has happened here in Lawrence and just seeing the good things that are in the future. So, Mr. Mayor, I would just like to thank the governing body of the city of Lawrence, Mayor Brownlee, and the citizens of Lawrence. Thank you very much for your support of me, and please continue to support the police department because Lord knows we need it. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you.